I have found my wife.
Finish all the chores before I return.
Worry not, daughter.
Wash these clothes, Manette, and be fast.
Son, it's time. Let the maidens compete and choose your queen.
To create an AI Nollywood movie, the first and most important thing is to think like a director. You see, an AI movie isn't just about prompts or tools, it's about your vision. It's about imagining a full cinematic story before you even touch your keyboard. Even if you don't know much about filmmaking, have an idea. Think of a story of love, betrayal, loyalty, or destiny. Once that spark is there, everything else becomes possible. I already had a storyline in my head. I could see the entire movie playing out in my imagination. So I went straight to ChatGPT and I said, put yourself in the shoes of a high-profile, intelligent Nollywood movie director. I want to make an AI Nollywood movie. I will give you the storyline and also tell you how I want my scenes to be. That single instruction changed everything. ChatGPT actually replied like a real script consultant. It said, all right, go ahead and share the storyline. So I told it everything that has to do with my story. The story is about a poor girl who was mistreated by her stepmother and eventually became the prince's wife. ChatGPT analyzed it and said that the story was so good, and it even suggested a title for it, which is Tears of the Palace. You see how AI actually helped me to refine my vision. It gave me a tone, it gave me a setting and a theme, everything that matched the movie I had in mind. The setting was actually in a modern Nigerian village mixed with royal palace life. Then the tone was emotional, inspiring, spiritual, yet royal and traditional. So from this, you just know that you have gotten the foundation of creating your Nollywood AI movie. The next step right now was to bring my characters to life, because a story is only as strong as the people inside, right? So I told ChatGPT, list out all the characters in this story. It gave me a full cast list. You can see Ebele, which is the poor girl who is 22 years old. Mama Adeze, the wicked stepmother. Adeze, the proud half-sister. Obiajulu, which is Ebele's late mother's ghost. Then Prince Chinedu, the royal heir. The king, the town crier, and other villagers. That's a full movie cast right there, guys. So this is actually a quick tip for you if you have watched this video to this very point. Just bear in mind that some AI tools like Google Whisk or OpenArt don't like generating any prompt that has to do with teenagers or minors. So when describing your character, always write them as young adults because it helps your generation to go smooth. So once I had all my characters, I asked ChatGPT to give me a well-detailed descriptive text prompt of each of them. So for instance, I said it should give me a well-detailed description of Ebele, which is the poor girl, and it gave me a well-detailed text prompt. So ChatGPT gave me similar descriptive prompts for every character. So that's what I want for my foundation. Now let's move from words to visuals. Now it's time to generate your characters. Each of the characters, I think we have about 8 characters for this our movie. So let's generate each of the character image using Google Whisk. The reason why I'm using Google Whisk is that it's a powerful AI image tool that is so perfect for this kind of thing I want to generate. Since I'm generating African Nollywood movie, it generates image or have this African Nigerian vibe. So that's the reason why I am using Google Whisk. So go to your browser and search for Google Whisk, click the official site and log in with your Google account. So once you have logged in with your Google account, tap on the enter tool, and this is the interface of Google Whisk. So once you're on this interface, you're going to see a box that says you should describe your text. So make sure you've already copied the text prompt for the first character. Say for instance, I want to create the character for Ebele. So make sure I've copied it and paste it in that box. But before you send, make sure that you check your aspect ratio is intact. So if you want to create a Nollywood movie, say for instance, you want to post it on YouTube, you're going to put it in 16:9. So once I've created that character for Ibele, this is it right here. You can see. Go ahead and repeat the same process to create the other characters for Mama Daisy, Adese, the Prince, the King, and all of that. Use the same process to get all the characters for your story. When you look at these characters, you can see that they are just like neutral. They are neutral. They are not really performing any action. It is later on we are going to put them in different scenes. You can even combine two characters in different scenes to perform an action. Now that your cast is ready, the next step is to build your scenes. A scene tells your story visually, one frame at a time. So go back to ChatGPT and tell it to give you JSON prompts for your scenes. So for your scenes, it might be that you have already listed out the scenes you want to play out in this movie, or you can still search ChatGPT to give you scenes in this movie. But for me, I've already envisioned the scenes I want it to play out in this movie. I've listed them out, and then I started picking each of the scenes one after the other. So I told it to give me, say for instance, for this first scene when Ebele is walking down the village path carrying wood on her head, I told ChatGPT to give me that particular scene in JSON prompting. So it might be like, what is JSON prompting? JSON prompting is actually a well-detailed prompt that you should use if, for instance, you use AI to create videos and all of that. Because JSON prompting gives the AI you want to use a full description. It's actually a text prompt, right? It contains everything that has to do with the setting. It contains the camera angle. That's what I even love most. You're going to see how with JSON prompting I was able to get different camera angles for my video. So it also puts the setting, it puts the lightning. So when I got the text prompts, the JSON text prompts for that scene, I went to Google Whisk and then I uploaded in my image. So for you to upload in your image in Google Whisk, go to the left hand side. You're going to see I write subject, style, and scene. But I'm just going to use subject. Subject is talking about just the image, the particular character in that scene, right? I went ahead to upload in the neutral image of Ebele. Yes, so that means that you can actually upload in 3 to 4 people or characters. For you to do that, you're going to see this plus icon right here. Once you tap on it, it creates another space for you to upload another subject. Once you tap on it again, it creates the third space you're going to upload in the third character. So I've uploaded in the same form Ebele. Make sure you turn on this button right here. Make sure you have it turned on, like you click on it to select it, because if for instance you don't select it after generating, it might not actually look like your reference image. You get the reason why we are doing this is to maintain consistency. Uploaded that, I put in the description of the scene and I tap on send, and guys, this is what you can see. Still, this is the reference image of Ebele, but this is the scene when she is performing an action. So this is how I did it for all the scenes of my movie. When we have a scene that has to deal with 2 characters at the same time, say for instance the scene when Ebele's stepmother is scolding her while she is sweeping, just upload in your reference image for Ebele and also upload in the reference image of her stepmother, and then you put in your scene prompts. Remember, it's still in JSON prompts. You put in the scene prompts for that particular scene, tap on send, and this is going to generate for you. So that's how I did it. Even though you have about 3 or 4 characters in that particular scene, make sure you have the reference images, put in the scene, and this will generate. So once you have your scenes intact, now it's time for you to turn those still scenes into moving movements using Google VEO 3. The reason why I'm using Google VEO 3 is that it transforms your AI images into short animated clip, and trust me, this is where your movie starts feeling real. I went ahead to ChatGPT and said that it still gave me JSON prompts that I will use to animate my scenes, and ChatGPT gave me my prompts, how the camera moves, what the emotion looks like, and light changes. So that's what I used to animate each of my scenes. But don't just tell it to give you automatically to give you all the prompts that you're going to use to animate your scenes. Just one after the other axis so that it shouldn't mix up anything. And also, when you get to points where there is a dialogue that is happening in one scene. Take for instance the scene when Ebele's stepmother is scolding her. She was actually saying something. So you have to also put or tell ChatGPT this particular scene, what the person should say, and make sure it tells ChatGPT that what it should give you, the prompt it should give you when you put it in VEO 3, it should not exceed, like say each dialogue it should say must fall within the 8 seconds marks of VEO 3. Access VEO 3. I've already made a tutorial of how I got free credits on Google VEO 3. So once you're on the interface, choose the frames to video, which is also the same thing as image to video, then upload in your still image. Remember, the still image we are uploading right now is the still image that has to do with the scenes. Remember, not your reference images. Scene, still image. So once I've uploaded that, then at this very place right here, I'm going to put in the model I want to use. Right here, what I'm seeing is VEO 3.1 fast and VEO 3.1 quality. So I'm going to use VEO 3.1 fast. It will cost me 20 credits instead of the other one that's going to cost me 100 credits. So once I've uploaded in the same still image and I've put in my prompts, which I'll use, my JSON prompts, which I'll use to animate it, I'll then tap on send. And you can see this is what I got. So after everything has been done, I created all my still scenes into animations. It's now time for me to edit it. So when all your clips are ready, it's time to bring them together. Now we're going to move into editing. This is where everything becomes one. You can use CapCut, any video editing tool at all. Just import in your VEO 3 video clips, arrange them sequentially according to your story, add background music. So the background music I added was from YouTube audio library. I'm going to put in some of the ones I used. So I just went there and searched for African kind of background songs or music. That's what I used. And then your movie is complete. It's time for you to share it to the world.
I have found my wife.
Finish all the chores before I return.
Worry not, daughter.
Wash these clothes, Manette, and be fast.
Son, it's time. Let the maidens compete and choose your queen. Hero! Hero! The prince shall choose his bride. All maidens prepare. Yeah.
The gods will favor you, my daughter.
I should not see you there. Do you hear?
I'm so excited. I just pray the prince chooses us.
Look what the wind blew in. She actually thinks she belongs here.
I have found my wife.